Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is a squared minus a to the power of 3. This is equal to 150. So what is the value of a? Now let's provide a solution from here. We have a to the power of 2 minus a to the power of 3. This is equal to 150. The first step is to take 150 on the left hand side so that we have a squared minus a to the power of 3 minus 150. This is equal to 0. So we have a to the power of 2 minus a to the power of 3 minus 150, which we can express as minus 125, subtract 25. This is equal to 0. So we have a squared minus a to the power of 3 minus 125. This can be expressed as 5 to the power of 3 minus 25, which is 5 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. Now, we have a to the power of 2 here and 5 to the power of 2. So this can be expressed as a to the power of 2 minus 5 to the power of 2. Then minus a to the power of 3, subtract 5 to the power of 3. This is equal to 0. Now, we have a to the power of 2, subtract 5 to the power of 2, subtract. Now we can express a to the power of 3 minus 5 to the power of 3 as a to the power of 3 plus 5 to the power of 3. This is equal to 0. Now we have two parts here. This is the first part, which is actually the difference of two perfect squares that we can express as a squared minus b squared. And this is actually equal to a plus b, a minus b. Now, here we have a to the power of 3 plus 5 to the power of 3. This is in the form of a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3, which we can express as a plus b. Into the parentheses, this is a squared minus a times b plus b squared. Applying this identity, then we have a to the power of 3 plus 5 to the power of 3. This is the same thing as a plus 5. Into the parentheses, this is a squared minus 5a, then plus 5 squared, which is 25. Now, here we have a squared minus 5 squared. This we can express as a squared minus 5 squared. This can be expressed as a plus 5. Then we have a minus 5. So this implies that here we have a plus 5 multiplied by a minus 5. Then subtract. Now here we have a plus 5. Into the parentheses, this is a squared minus 5a plus 25. This is equal to 0. Now we have that a plus 5 is common here, so we can factor out a plus 5. Into the parentheses, here we have a minus 5. Then subtract into the parentheses, here we have a squared minus 5a plus 25. This is equal to 0. So here we have a plus 5. This is a minus 5. Let's open the parentheses here. Minus a squared. Minus times minus 5a. So this is plus 5a. Then minus times minus times plus 25. This is minus 25. This is equal to 0. Now, this is a plus 5. Then here we can rearrange this equation as here we have minus a squared. Then we have a plus 5a. So this is plus 6a. Then we have minus 5 minus 25. So this is minus 30. This is equal to 0. So we have two parts here. The first part is a plus 5. This is equal to 0. And the second part here is minus a squared plus 6a plus 30. This is equal to 0. From the first part here, we have that a, that is a1, is equal to minus 5. The second part here is a quadratic equation, which is minus a squared plus 6a plus 30. This is equal to 0. So let's divide both signs by minus 1, so that now we have minus a squared divided by minus 1. This is a squared, then plus 6a divided by minus 1. This is minus 6a, then plus 30 divided by minus 1. This is minus 30. This is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation where we have a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 6, and that c is equal to 30. So from here, we can solve for a2, a3 by applying the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. Everything here divided by 2 times a. So this implies that here we have minus 6 plus or minus, we have the square root of b squared. This is minus 6 squared, then subtract 4 multiplied by a, which is 1, then times c, which is 30. Everything here multiplied by 2 times 1. So this means that here we have minus times minus 6. This is 6 plus or minus, we have the square root of minus 6 squared. This is 36. Then subtract 4 times 30. This is minus 120. Everything here divided by 2. Now, the next step is that we have 6 plus or minus, we have the square root of, we have 36 minus 120. This is minus 84. Everything here divided by 2. Now we have 6 plus or minus the square root of minus 84 over 2. So this means that we have 6 plus or minus, we have the square root of minus 84, which we can express as 21 multiplied by 4 multiplied by minus 1. Everything here divided by 2. So this means that here we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 4. This is 2. Square root of minus 1. This is I. Then square root of 21. Everything here divided by 2. In the numerator here, we have that 2 is common, so we can factor out 2 into the parentheses. This is 3 plus or minus I square root of 21. Everything here divided by 2. So let's simplify 2 and 2 here, so that now we have a2, a3. This is equal to 3 plus or minus I square root of 21. So this means that here we have a2, this is equal to 3 plus I square root of 21, and we have a3 is equal to 3 minus I square root of 21. So again, these are two complex solutions. These are two complex solutions for this algebra problem. We only have one leaf solution here, which is a1, which is equal to minus 5. Now, let's verify that this real solution here satisfies the equation. So we have that a squared minus a to the power of 3. This should give us a value of 150. So let's substitute a here, which is minus 5 to the power of 2. Subtract minus 5 to the power of 3. This is supposed to give us a value of 150. So minus 5 squared, this is 25. Subtract minus 5 to the power of 3. This is minus 125. This is supposed to give us a value of 150. So this implies this is 25 minus times minus 125. This is plus 125. This is supposed to give us a value of 150. So 25 plus 125, this is equal to 150, which is equal to 150. So this implies that the left add side is equal to the right add side. And this implies that we have three solutions here, two complex solutions and one real solution. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. See you in the next video.